first off, please tell us about this movie.
Well, this movie's really fun. I haven't seen it fully with the effects, but the first time I saw it, it was so awesome. And if you love video games, you'll love this movie. But yeah, it's about aliens attacking the Earth in the form of 80s video games. And these 4 gamers who've been gaming their whole life, they save the world.
And what is your character in the movie?
I play this really cool video game character. No, her name's Lady Lisa, and she's from a video game called Dojo Quest. And Josh Gad's character in the movie has been in love with her since he was little. It shows in the beginning. He just like idolizes her, and I come to life and I appear right in front of him and I help him save the world and kill all the bad guys. So it's pretty fun.
Sounds so much fun. How did you juggle filming Pretty Little Liars and then at the same time having, they're familiar with it, and at the same time juggling a movie career? How was that?
Yeah, I mean, it was hard. I mean, it's very rare that you're able to fit a film at the same time you're filming your TV show. So I was very lucky to have, you know, at least 2 weeks to go back and forth. We filmed in Toronto, so I did 3 weeks of rehearsal, so I'd do it before work and after work and on the weekends. And then when we started filming, I'd go from a full day of filming, like 16 hours, get on a plane, go to Toronto, film 2 to 3 days there, get back on a plane, film PLL, get back. So it was like a lot of back and forth, but it was so fun. Toronto's so amazing, and I mean, it was great. I couldn't have asked for like a better experience. I got to train and learn how to use swords. I didn't know what I was doing in the beginning, and Josh and I had some really fun fight scenes, and Adam and Peter and Kevin, they were all amazing, but it was so fun.
And you mentioned you had like some swords. I know I saw some of the cool action and stunts that you did.
Yeah.
Did you do some type of special training for that of any kind?
Yeah, so I had a trainer, and he was a specialist in like martial arts and sword fighting and all that. So the first couple practices were a lot of just getting used to flipping the swords around, and that's a lot harder than you think. He was like doing it for me, and I was like, this is so easy. I'm gonna be able to do this in a second. It was the hardest thing I'd ever done in my life. It was so hard. But yeah, I just trained every single day, and it was crazy. You have to have like so much power and stamina, and like I had to be a video game character, so I had to look like I know what I was doing.
But I bet it's like so useful because now you can like kick someone's butt.
Now I can fight anybody. Not really.
And
Not really.
And what was it like working with this cool group of people in this movie?
It was fun. Most of my scenes were with Peter and Josh is just a character, and Peter, the same thing. They're both huge comedians, and it was really hard because I had to keep a straight face most of the time. And they would go on these rants and like improv, and I literally, like, if I smiled or anything, I'd ruin the take. So I had to like pinch myself to not break character. But they were so much fun, and Adam was lovely, and I got to do a few scenes with him and Kevin, and they were all amazing. But Peter and Josh, really my buddies.
I mean, they're all comedians. I can imagine how hard it is not to laugh in every scene.
I'm used to being the person who's like breaking character on the show, but like going into like a new scene and, you know, doing a huge film. I walked on set the first day and I was like, whoa, this is a lot bigger than anything I've ever done. There was like just thousands of people everywhere and huge green screens, and it was so intense, but it was so fun.
And speaking of that, how did you become a part of the cast?
Well, one of my good friends who's here tonight, Heather Perry, she's worked with Adam for years and years, and she told me about this film, and I got to meet Chris over Skype and kind of audition a little bit, and then I was filming the show, and Adam was doing Ellen DeGeneres, and so I ran over on like a 10-minute break. I went into his dressing room, and I was just like, hi, like, I really want to do your movie. And then it was a little awkward because he was about to do like an interview, but he was so nice, and then I ended up doing it.
Well, it worked.
Yeah, and it was at the time where Hannah was like having black streaks in her hair, and she was like super gothic, so I was like coming in like this crazy person. I'm like, hi, and then thank God, put the wig on and got the costume on. And
why is it a wig? Oh, I didn't even know that.
I had short hair at the time.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. And this is your first big movie. Were you nervous, like, at all during the filming or even prior to it at all?
Oh yeah, like I said before, like just walking into a movie that big, the production was huge, and you know, working with Adam and Kevin and Peter and Josh, they were just like, and Michelle Monaghan, she couldn't have been sweeter, but it was kind of intimidating because I'd never, done anything that big before. But they were so welcoming and nice, and they made me laugh the whole time. So the nerves kind of went away after like the second day.
Awesome. And do you think your fans will be like surprised when they see you in this movie, coming from Pretty Little Liars to this?
I hope so. She was such a fun character to play, and I got to be like a little superhero. So you're gonna see me do some fight moves and all that good stuff. But I think you guys will really like it. It's a really fun movie.
And lastly, are you a gamer yourself? Because I know this movie is all about gamers. It's like a gamer's biggest dream.
Yeah, if you play video games at all in your life, you'll be obsessed with this film. But the one game I'm good at in this movie is Pac-Man. It's the only one that I understand and that like I'm really good at. So thank God that's like the biggest game in this. Because I'm like, I don't know how to do any of these other ones. I'd be so bad at it. But Pac-Man, I'm pretty good at it.
Well, thank